Our next guest says enough is enough. New York gubernatorial candidate, GOP Congressman Lee Zeldin, joins us now. Congressman, thanks for being here. Hope to be governor of the state of New York come November. What can be done at that level, at the governor's level, to deal with the kind of DAs that are creating the chaos we're seeing?
So in the Constitution of the state of New York, the governor has the authority to fire a district attorney who refuses to enforce the law. What a great reason to, when you look at Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg, to utilize his constitutional power. I think that on the first day that I get sworn into office, the first thing I should do is turn to Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg and say, you're fired.
And you can, and you would.
I can and I will.
And what changes when you have a DA that actually prosecutes crimes?
Oh, you turn the streets back over to law-abiding citizens. You start backing the blue again. You have people not taking justice in their own hands. People want to travel to New York City again, as opposed to taking their trips elsewhere. People who have rap sheets and then they go in front of a judge, they should have those prior offenses on there, because now, as the example that you're showing, that's a petty larceny as opposed to seeing the grand larceny charge. And you don't have people who are leaving the force. They put together a case, they turn over a great case for grand larceny, and then after all of that good work, you have a prosecutor who says, you know what, I'm going to charge it as a petty larceny anyway, because they say that they're pro-criminal.
They're taking the discretion to effectively ignore the level of charges that could be applied, and therefore people are back on the street. Which I want to get to our second topic now, which is a big endorsement. You're running in the Republican primary. The primary is coming up in a couple of weeks. Early voting has started here in New York. And there's one endorsement that's pretty coveted amongst Republicans, and that's a New York Post. And I want to show the cover of the New York Post from Friday. At first it says, no justice. We just talked about this. Soft on crime outrage leave woman assaulted in New York and 2 cops dead in California. Which is why the Post endorses Lee Zeldin, Republican candidate for governor, to fix New York. Big endorsement. Did you see it coming?
I'm excited to have it, honored to have it, and I believe the New York Post cares about cleaning up our streets. For me, I've been talking about how we need to repeal cashless bail. We shouldn't be releasing people early from prison. But it's not just that, and we should allow the safe extraction of natural gas, take care of parental rights, restore freedom, and not have emperor governors in charge of our lives. We need to put the people back in charge of government. I believe that, and I know you're a military man.
Well, likewise, you are.
Public service is about serving the public. It's not about being served by the public. And Kathy Hochul, she's in over her head. She's not up to this job. And she has called on New Yorkers at times to serve as her apostles in her calls to action. I'm just about restoring accountability and restoring government back to the people. This is a great opportunity for New Yorkers to take control of our destiny. This is a rescue mission to save our state. And for me, losing this race is not an option.
Well, I think a lot of citizens in New York feel the same way. The New York Post agrees. Lee Zeldin, good luck in the primary.
Thanks, Pete.
We appreciate it. Great to see you.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.